Yes, I do. What do you say to a little story time? Also, thanks, Dan Guy 23 in the chat for this graphic. So I decided to choose an appropriately named story to start this off. It is a story called It Will Get Worse. One night, I was really bored. I had nothing to do, so I put on my TV. I took control and set me on the couch. I could not find a good program, so I thought I would go to bed. I could put on my PlayStation 3, but the only two games I had were a few Call of Duty games and Tekken Tag Tournament 2nd. Wait, that's more than two. I really had no desire to play games. Has reached the judgment. So I went into my room. Does he mean like judgment as in the game? So I went to my room and would sleep when I saw my Mario toy I had found at a garage sale. It reminded me that I had a GameCube in the attic. I opened the door to the attic and climbed up, lit the lamp, and started looking for my old console. After about 10 minutes, I found a cardboard box, and on it stood the GameCube with accessories. Oh, it'd be dusty as hell. I took down the box and packed it up. Wait, huh? Do you mean unpacked it? I found many games I remember that I had played when I was younger, but what caught my attention was Mario Sunshine. I brought the game and the console and connected up it to my TV. I was worried that it would not work, for the console was so dusty. But when I started, it worked fine, except that it sounded a bit more than what I remember it would. It sounded more what? But it did nothing. The well-known Mario Sunshine title appeared on the screen before I played. I ran into the box and dug out my memory card so I could play the same track that so many years ago. I pushed in the memory card and started on the console, but all the saves were completely empty and had 0 stars. I did not care much, so I just started. There was no cutscene, the beginning, but just went straight to the game. In before the goop in Sunshine turns into blood. You don't know yet. But then something strange happened when I tried to move Mario. Came up a text that read, "Game over." And after that, I came to the menu again, the same thing happened. I would just turn off the console, but then it came up a text and it stood, "Do not turn, you will regret it." Don't turn around, uh-oh. I got scared, so I turned off the console. But the game did not shut. It got a new text. It said, "You can not win." It stood for about 10 seconds. And then I saw Mario on the screen and strangled Peach. Mario just looked at me. Peach then started asking Mario for mercy. Then she started screaming. So she began the process of beginning to scream. In panic, when Mario started to smile at me, Peach spat out blood, and then there was the screen black. I could not move. I was frozen with fear and shock. After 5 minutes, I was... I just imagine the main character having a stopwatch for all of these times. After 5 minutes, I was able to touch me. That's inappropriate for the story, sir. I noticed how sweaty I had become out of fear, so I decided to take a shower. I had showered in a few minutes, but it became current interruption. Everything became dark, and the shower stopped working. I took a towel, dried myself off, and would go to the cabinet. But I saw that from another room came a light. It was the TV. I walked into the room, and my TV was obviously on. On the screen, I saw Yoshi. He lay down on the ground in muscle cramps. Oh shit, so you gotta like massage his legs a little bit or something? He rolled over and vomited up a yellow and red pine. Like a tree? Did he shut up and eat the pine cone? Yoshi's mouth began to move, and he said with a silent and painful voice, "Ah, wah, 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 wah." No, that's what he should have said, but what he actually said is, "You would not have turned, just do as he says." Then there was black screen and a text which it stood. "We told you to change your mind. The next time, it gets worse." Then it popped up a demonic face of Mario with no eyes and a sick, twisted demonic smile. Then I saw myself from behind, like there was a camera behind me. I turned around, but no one was there. Then I looked at the screen again. It was like someone had at a webcam on the forehead camera bobbing up and down like that with the camera ran. The only thing I got from that sentence is that there's a camera somewhere. I saw how he ran into my room and sat on the bed. I turned off my TV and ran into my room. On the bed sat my Mario toy, but now it was not a nice smile like before, now had the same demonic face on my television. I fell down on the floor with fear and shock. I took Mario toy and Super Mario Sunshine game, and they threw in the woods. From the house? It may have been my imagination, but I thought I saw a figure with a red hat and red clothes who was watching me behind a tree. When you don't know, it's called a GoPro, exactly. I went back into the house and looked at the clock. I saw it was 12:30. I went into my room and fell asleep. I woke up at 12 by the doorbell rang. Wait, so he slept for 23 and a half hours? Or 11 and a half hours? Either way, holy shit. I thought it was strange that someone rang so late. Oh, he did sleep like almost 24 hours. But I went and opened the door. There was no one out there, but it's in a box. I took no thing. On the box it said, "From Mario." I opened the box. Wait, I thought he took no thing. I opened the box. There was Mario toy that I have just thrown away and a Mario disc. But it was not Super Mario Sunshine. Instead, it was Mr. Bloodshine. And during the game there was a note on it, what he said, "It will get worse." I mean, this all seems pretty tame. I mean, Yoshi threw up a pine tree. But other than that, there was like that. Peach getting strangled. Although they didn't say she died. I would more so just call the cops on Mario at that point.